Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to this YouTube channel. It's your guy Igor here. In today's video I want to talk about renovations in Canada and how I lost money to a contractor that I gave a deposit, and it's been 6 months or more. I've been trying to get it back. I'm still not getting my deposit back. I lost money. I'm really sad about it. So if you watch this video, guys, I'll tell you how not to lose money. Most important part. Second most important part is, I'm sure most of you are either already buying the houses, owning the houses, or if you're planning to come to Canada, you are going to buy it at one point, some property, and you're going to do some renovations. So I'm going to save you a ton of money as well. It's been difficult being new to the country. It's been difficult. People take advantage of that. They charge you more than you're supposed to be charged. You lose a ton of money. You lose your deposits because you don't know things. So this video is going to be really helpful for you. Okay, let's talk about it. So first thing is, let's talk about saving money. Then I'll tell you about losing the deposit. First thing is, I called around. I'll combine losing deposit because it all interrelated. I called around different companies and I found out companies that are charging for basement renovations. They said they don't want to do any jobs that are less than $27,000. Okay, I called one big company, another big company, another one, and then they said if it's less than that, we would either come and charge you through the roof, or you better just find someone on Kijiji. So I went, and guess what? That's how I lost my deposit, but also that's how I actually got my work done by other people, which I'll tell you in a moment. So guys, basically I had a company that actually showed up to my place, bigger one. They have a website, an office. They told me closer to $6,000 for the renovations, so $5,700, and they said that I can negotiate down the price. I started negotiating. They said less than $5,000, they're not even going to talk to me. So after they looked at what needs to be done, so I'll tell you this, guys, I spent just a little bit over $2,000 to get all the work done. Yeah, 3 times the savings. And same thing. Basically, if you get a contractor, you pay a middleman that knows people that you need. I needed 4 people. Basically, I needed a drywall, a carpenter, which I became myself after watching a dozen of YouTube videos on do-it-yourself drywallers and carpenters, telling how to do that, and I did it. Absolutely fantastic. I'm almost proud of myself. Next thing is I needed an electrician. That's what I'm not going to do, and plumber that I don't want to touch it. Okay, so I got those guys, and amazing guys. Actually, electrician charged a lot of money, but he did an excellent job. He didn't do too much of damage to the ceiling, so I didn't have to do drywall and repaint the entire place because of his good job, and I'm happy that I overpaid the guy a little bit, but it was worth it because I actually saved money by not doing too much of damage if I went for a cheaper guy. And a plumber, an outstanding guy too, who actually appeared to be a subscriber of this channel, guys. He actually immigrated to Canada, and now he's hiring Canadians because he's so busy. His business is so successful that during COVID-19, that he hires people to work for him within Canada to help him with his business. And that's how immigrants create jobs. And he watched the channel, and that's how he decided to move to Calgary after watching this channel. It's amazing, guys. In fact, I'll check with him if he wants me to leave his information in the comments, so that if you need any contractors for plumber, he's an amazing guy and he can do an excellent job, and he doesn't charge too much. He's awesome. So he also charged me the money after he did the job. And basically, guys, that's how you should be doing. To save you money, you try to pay after the job is done. That's how I lost the deposit. I gave the 50% deposit before the work was done. I thought the person is suspicious. I asked the person I want to cancel the contract before it even started, and the person refused to give me my money back. And until now, I've been trying to get it back, and there's no success. It's been 6 months now, over 6 months, and I'm still trying to get it back. The person is getting investigated by Service Alberta, by Calgary Police, And most likely I'll also go to a small claims court, civil court, and I'll also sue the guy on top of it. So it's a work in process. That's why I don't want to reveal too much of information, guys. It's going to be a separate interesting video once everything is over. You know, that's what I'm thinking. We'll talk about like that. Now, how do you not lose your money? Oh, there's some shade. It's so hot today. Guys, there are a few things you have to remember. First thing is giving your deposit. I gave my deposit to a person who is not a licensed prepaid contractor. What it means is that a person without a license like that is not allowed to take deposits from you legally. They're not supposed to. They're not allowed by the government. It doesn't mean they cannot ask you for it, but they shouldn't be doing that. You know, it's not legal according to the Alberta Customer Protection Act, I think that's how it's called. So, check for the license. How can you do that? Well, I didn't know about it. You can actually call Service Alberta. They have a 1-800 number, or you can call 311, it's City of Calgary, and ask them about it. Or if you're a tech savvy like myself, sometimes you can just go to the Service Alberta website and check their business and see if they're licensed for that in the registry. There is a business registry there that you can check. Next thing is, guys, is obvious. Try not to give deposits before the work is done. That's what I did, and that's how I lost it. After that, guys, also every second person I met, they were saying, hey, you know, I can save you $1 or $2 if you give me cash, you know, because there is a 5% GST and you don't have to pay it. You know, I'm going to save you 5% if you give me cash. Guys, don't do that, okay? Don't do that. Contractors love to say something like that. They know it's not legal. They know Canada Revenue, they're going to get audited for that if something like that happens, you know? So, don't give them cash. The reason for that is that, let's say, they do the roof and the house, you know, floods from the rain, and you get $15,000 worth of damages. They do plumbing. You go for a weekend, you come back, your basement is full of water. $25,000 worth of damages. You know, they do electrical work, you come back, your house is not there, just some ashtray standing there because there's something short circuit happened, and you say that's the guy who did my work. And how do you prove it? There's no bank transaction, there is no contract, there's only cash. Person says, I've never seen the guy, I have never been to your place, I don't know what you're talking about. And now, how do you prove it? What do you do? Guys, so I say pay credit card, do an e-transfer, give a check, try to avoid cash. The reason they want cash, they tell you, is that, you know, it's so that Canada Revenue cannot trace them. But truly, you can lose way more than that, and it's absolutely not worth the 5% tax that you have to pay anyways. Okay, just pay it and that's it. You know, don't risk it. On top of that, to protect you, check if the contractor actually has the liability insurance. So, just like I said, the roof floods the house, the basement is full, $25,000 of damage, $100,000 of damage to your property. You don't have that kind of money, you go to sue the guy doesn't have that kind of money either. What do you do? If the person has a liability insurance, let's say $1 million liability insurance, anything, whatever happens up to $1 million, the insurance is going to pay you out. So don't even worry about it, you know. On top of it, don't forget to have your own home insurance, you know, house insurance. Then check for Worker Compensation Board, WCB. Basically, guys, Canada, there's like weird legislation. Something happens on your property, somebody climbs your roof, falls off the ladder, breaks a leg. It's happened on your property. You might be held responsible for it. So you don't want that to happen. You want that person to be covered by Worker Compensation Board. That is basically an insurance if you get injured on duty. So make sure they have that one. Make sure the person has prepaid contractor's license if they are trying to get the deposit. Make sure they have the liability insurance in case something happens. Make sure they have Worker Compensation Board just in case they get injured. Stay away from paying cash. The main argument is 5% GST, just pay it off and stay safe. And of course, guys, check for references. You know, some people are tech savvy, they go online and they create fake comments for themselves. You go to a guy who, you see the comments, one person is average 3.5 stars, bunch of 2-star comments, 1-star comments, 4-star comments, 5-star comments. Looks legit. Probably it is legit. Then you go to another guy, 5 out of 5, 25 comments from Susie Peters, you know, Donald, you know, Jackson McDonald, and you know, different kind of people from different kind of places, and they all look the same, like as if the same person typed it. Well, there is no problem of registering. There is no problem of registering a Gmail account. It takes time, and people take advantage of it. They are like, go there once a week, post a good comment about yourself, feel good about it. When people do some reviews about it on Google, that's going to be popping out, and that's good for their business. It's not good for you. So beware that not everything online is legit. Not every comment is good. Ask for a person they worked with. It's more difficult for somebody to give a fake reference over the phone, because the other person on the other side has to lie to you if it's a bad one. But if it's real, you will know about it, okay? You will know which one is real. And yeah, that's how you check for references. If you find anything suspicious, you know, person is so nice and all of a sudden changes, you know, and you don't feel in your guts that you shouldn't be giving any money to this person, you know, don't go with that person. Go with somebody else. Best thing is pay them after the work is done. And after the work is done, for the final payment, make sure there is no lien on your property. So what they do is they put a lien on your property like before they do the work. Some people do that. It's basically made legislation for contractors who get underpaid, not what they agreed for, so that they can get paid later on. And basically what it means is that next time you renew your mortgage, you cannot renew it because there is a lien on the property. You're trying to sell the property, there is a problem as well. There is a lien on your property that you have to settle. So it's a big issue, and you don't want that to happen. So after the work is done, check if there is any lien on your property before you pay the final amount. And if you find there is a lien, then ask the contractor and say, what the hell, why? Why is there a lien on the property? If you know you're getting paid everything you're supposed to get paid, and you know, guys, basically just beware that this happens. Beware that Canada is a nice country, beautiful, blue sky, green trees, smiling face. Everyone says, excuse me, I'm sorry, and you know, like Tim Hortons double, you know, everything is nice, but it's not that nice. You know, you can get cheated. In fact, there's so much of stuff happening, and I'll tell you even more what encourages that to happen. You'll be surprised. Disregard of the selection process and everything there is. I've been to Calgary police, I've been to police stations before. I had to call on emergency line. Non-emergency line is depends on which person you get. 1 out of 2 chances you're going to get somebody who doesn't know much. You know, they're not trained on everything. Even some police people in the station, I remember I was there, and there was a person who sold me a car with a rollback odometer, okay? And it's a crime in Canada to roll back odometer. I went to a police station, they said it's a customer beware. Non-emergency line said the same thing. Even for this case where I was the deposit, that it's a customer beware thing. So I'm telling you guys is that you have to know your rights. Sometimes you have to go to a lawyer. Sometimes you have to speak to a superintendent. But sometimes you get lucky, just like I was last time. You get somebody who actually knows something, and they're going to help you. So all I'm saying is, guys, be persistent, do your research on Google. There are so many law firms that are giving advices. Check Google, check Canadian legislation, and never give up your money for no reason, okay, guys? And don't think that you are helpless. You know, in this country, you have to always stand up for your rights. If you want to keep this country as it is right now, you shouldn't be encouraging any kind of, you know, like legal activities here, including the 5% GST. I beg you guys, please just pay it. Don't risk it. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go back. It's been hard time for me trying to do all the renovations. I'm also in process of, actually I was not going to do that, but now I'm actually planning to launch it. I'm also in process of launching a business, Renovations, and lots of work around the house. It's just crazy. Because what? I'm trying to save money. I don't want to go with too expensive people. It's so easy to lose all of your money in Canada because it's so damn expensive. Guys, see you in Canada. See you in next video. Give a big fat thumbs up. See you soon.